having really good hair days. And I'm like, yes.
Good for you.
Yes. Can I get a cookie now?
What, you want a cookie?
So do I. Do you remember where that's from?
No.
The Fairly Odd Parents. When she's like, you want a cookie? Yeah. Well, so do I.
What hell?
It's even funnier when you're like, oh my god.
It just like looks like I'm like, I look like the emoji.
Please save that, please.
I really like driving.
So do I.
But I really hate other drivers.
Yes.
I mean, you can trust yourself driving, but you cannot trust anyone else.
Really, really. Defensive driving is...
Do not be an offensive driver.
No. Oh my god, if you are, you're probably on this list somewhere. So, we have many things that annoy us when other people drive. And if you are one of these people, you better fix yourself before I flip you off. Because trust me, we did that one time and we almost got ran over.
Check yourself before you wreck your car.
Yeah. Alright, you want to start it off?
Yeah, after I eat this cookie.
We just like wrote them on their thingies, so we're not texting, we're fully aware of the video. Cookies.
I really hate when people think they have the right of way when really it's me. Because it's either I'm there first or they're an idiot.
Yeah, that actually reminds me of this one that I have where it is, it goes along with it. It says when people turn and you have the right of way, like just imagine if you're coming down the street and like it's turning yellow and like they have the green to like they can turn, but you still can go. Then they start turning and you're like, whoa there buddy, get out of my way. I almost caused so many accidents doing that because people clearly do not see me coming.
They don't see you coming. I also hate when people, when they turn too soon.
Oh yeah, that like goes along with the one I just
Yes. I'm there. Stop turning. Or, sorry.
It's okay.
Or when they're pulling up to a red light and they're over the line, but they keep inching up.
Oh my god, that's the one that I had too. I said, where is it? When people inch up thinking that the light will turn green faster, like no, there are sensors there. If you, the more you inch up, the more you're off the sensor, so the more the light isn't gonna see that you're there, and you just won't go. This one time, I was actually right outside your neighborhood, and this person was like in the middle of 2 lanes, and like, we were sitting there for 5 minutes, and usually the light turns within 30 seconds if you're on it, but because he was like on 2 lanes, it didn't change. And I was like, I almost wanted to get out of my car and be like, excuse me sir, can you please reverse, get on the sensor, and then we can all go, because that would just be helpful.
Yeah, my mom does this all the time, and I'm like, it's not making you go any faster. Like, people, I know you're in a hurry, but damn, just take like 5 seconds and chill. The longer you inch up, the more you inch up, whatever, you're not gonna like get the light. So stay behind the line.
Should I say one of mine? One thing that really agitates me, and I flip out all the time when, like, I don't care if you're in the car with me, I'm going to freak out. I hate it when people drive for miles without using their turn signals. And like reverse, I hate it when people drive without using their turn signal. Wait, did I say that reverse?
When they're backing up, they don't use their turn signal.
Okay, I'm just gonna restart that one. One thing that really gets on my nerves, like really grinds my gears, is when people drive for miles with their turn signal on and they don't turn, or when people are turning and there's traffic and they don't use their turn signals. Like, your turn signals are there for a reason. If you keep them on, I understand that sometimes you can't hear them. I understand that if you're like a little too old.
But do not be that idiot that leaves it on for miles.
Yes.
Like, you know you just turned it on, so turn it off.
You had to turn somehow. Yeah, my grandfather always forgets to turn it off. And I'm like, Grandpa, your turn signal's on. And he's like, oh.
But speaking of turn signals, when people don't know how to change lanes, so if they have their turn signal on, they're not turning. But let's say they're going to turn and they're still in both lanes. Where are you going, mister?
Pick one.
Because this is not like some little Frogger thing hopping between the lanes. This is a car and you are moving and there is traffic.
Yes, preach.
Also, when people are zipping through the lanes but say they are using their turn signal, good for you, sir. Good for you. But just because you think you're hot does not mean you're gonna be driving fast in your like whatever kind of car, in your Lexus, or sometimes even your little Prius. Like, that shit don't fly.
Oh, the one thing that I have to add with that, where is it? Oh, when people ride your tail and you're already going well over the speed limit. Like just the other day we were driving up from the beach and the speed limit was like, what, 60, and I was going like 75. And this one, like as she said, Lexus, I'm pretty sure that's the example she was just using. Lexus was literally on my, and I was like, I'm already going so fast. I'm in the left lane. Like, how much faster could I go? And then like Amy flipped him off, and he got mad. But still, like,
that was really scary.
Yeah, that was scary. But like, still, like, I'm going so fast already. Like, what rush are you in? Like, if you get pulled over, you're just gonna be even more behind. So.
But the other thing I gotta add with that, where is it? Oh, again with turn signals. When people don't want to let you in, you got your turn signal on, it means you're gonna turn. And if they don't want to let you in, I mean, sometimes I don't let people in because I'm just being an asshole, but sometimes I really want to get over and I'm like, let me over. And
oh, yeah. When there's like traffic, oncoming traffic.
Yeah.
Some people are so nice, and I praise every one of you who let me in and the traffic's bad. Like, you're an angel sent from above. So another thing that really annoys me, and there's like a law for this too, and I mean, okay, yeah, text and drive, yeah, fine. If I don't see it, I don't really care. Like, if you're fully aware of the road, like, that's cool and all, but I hate it when people talk and drive, like they're physically on their phone talking and driving, because one, you're not paying attention to the road, no matter how much you think you are, and two, that's just one less hand that you have. So if you have to turn on your turn signal, you're not gonna be able to, and you're just gonna cut people off, or there's just gonna be, there's just so much chaos that can happen when you're talking on your phone, and I try not to talk on my phone and drive.
it is called a speaker.
Bluetooth, get one.
So the next thing,
Flying it away.
when you, I just probably spit on you.
It's okay.
So, once you are done driving and you get to where you're trying to go, and you're gonna look for a parking spot, but where you wanna park, the person next to you is parked crooked, so you can't even fit in.
Oh my god. I hate it when people park crooked. Like, okay, yes, we all do it sometimes, but at least stay in your lane. Like, I don't care if your like bumper's on one side of the lane and like your front is on the other side of the lane, but if you're in your lane,
Stay there.
yes, I hate when people are over the lane, because they're there for a reason. It's just like coloring a picture and then going over the lines. Now your picture's not gonna be pretty.
And then when you, oh my god, I cannot talk. But when we were in school, when there's like those good like 4 or 5 people
I know
who
you're
think
saying.
they're hot and they're taking up 3 lanes,
Oh
who
my
do you
God, they
think
park
you
diagonally.
are?
I don't understand that.
Do you think you're cool or something? Like, I understand that there's still spots available, but damn, like, don't be an
Oh, one thing I have, when people, okay, when you're driving and like the light turns yellow, and I understand when you're like kind of close and you don't know if you should stop or go, but I hate those people where as soon as the light turns yellow, they like stop, and I'm like, you could have went, I could have went, the person behind me could have went, but you chose to stop. So I I don't know. You have to like, obviously you haven't been driving that long if you stop as soon as the light turns yellow, because you just have to, I don't even know what I'm saying here, but like once you start driving, you know your car, you know how fast it can brake. It's the point
of no return. If you are going at a good amount of speed and you see that the light just turned yellow, you better keep going because I can go right after you.
And the person behind you.
Most of the time, I will be going like 45 miles per hour and I'll be like, bitch, I am not trying to stop. You better keep going. Then I gotta quickly brake and then it's like I almost got in an accident because of you.
Yeah. And that ruins your brakes. If you spike them, worst thing you could do to your brakes.
I just realized I have a lot about changing lanes.
Okay. Rant on. That's what this video is about, girl.
I've done this a few times by accident.
I mean, we all commit these crimes, but if you do it repeatedly, that's what really ticks me off.
So, let's say you're going to go make a left turn or a right turn with lots of traffic. But let's say that there was a car in front of you that you were trying to like
overtake.
No. Okay. Say it's like a 2-lane road and the person in front of you is moving slow as so then you get into the next lane and then you're trying to like get back in front of them, but that person is going just as slow. So then you're like, now I gotta get back into my lane. So then you look like an idiot. So you're like, I gotta turn like right there, but I'm like 2 lanes over. I do that. But, you know, it's kind of annoying. But the best thing to do is, you know, put on your turn signal once, get into the lane, and then stop, then put it on again, and get into the next lane. There are people who will just drive from like 3 lanes over and go there. Like, no. That is not how it works. You gotta flip it on, flip it off, flip it back on, and go.
Much sass.
Oh, and when your turn signal goes on at the last second, once you're already in that lane, you turn your turn signal on? No. You gotta put your turn signal on, wait for the person behind you to know that you're going, and then go. You can't go when they don't see you because then it's gonna cause an accident.
But you do that sometimes.
But I don't. I like to look first. I like to think they acknowledge me. Hopefully they do.
My mom does it where like, I think you've done it a couple times and I've snapped on you for it, but my mom does it the most and I'm like, go back to the DMV. So, okay, when you're trying to turn and like there's oncoming traffic, like you're on the right lane and there's oncoming traffic on the left and you're like, you have to make a left turn coming up and you're like, oh my God, I need to get over. And you just like keep watching all these cars pass and I'm like, I wonder if you turn on your turn signal that people would actually recognize that you're trying to turn and maybe they would stop or slow down for you.
I've done that before.
I hate when people, I'm like, you have turn signals, use them.
Yes. When people do not use their turn signals at all. Especially
I said that.
But I don't remember. When you're like behind them and then they abruptly turn, but then they turn slow as and you're like, use your turn signal.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's like an addition to what I was saying. When like people don't use their turn signal and they like turn like the worst turn ever.
Oh, I also have seen people put on the wrong turn signal.
And turn, yeah. I just need to go right, but I'm just gonna go left. Hopefully no one notices.
What is wrong with you?
I've actually done that before. I got off the highway and like, I think my turn signal was still on right, but I had to go left. But I was a newbie, so blame it on the newbie. But like,
I saw this person in front of me. They were in the leftmost lane with their with their left turn signal on, right? And they had to go into the right lane. What is wrong with you?
I hate it when people constantly tap on their brakes because, as I said, one, it destroys your own car because you're spiking your brakes.
Sorry.
Oh, but it lets me know that either one, you're confused, two, something's going on in your car, or three, I just need to get the heck out of that lane because it's like an accident waiting to happen.
Oh man, now I forgot what I was gonna say. People stop abruptly, cause an accident. Yeah,
Oh.
once we're done.
Another one.
Oh, I got it. When your brake light doesn't work.
Oh. Some
Get
people
that
know.
fixed.
Yeah, you should like. I don't know how you would know though, because
Well-
it's not like you see it.
I mean, in my car, I can. Like, if I'm looking in the rear view mirror, I can look up and I can see the glow of my brake light.
Yeah.
But
That's like when you're at night or like any time of the day.
More at night because I mean during the day I don't see it. But you know, at night it happens. People like you can tell though when they're stepping on the brake because the rear end lights, whatever they're called, they shine brighter. But like still, I'd like to know.
The last one that I was gonna say was when people drive ridiculously under the speed limit. Like the speed limit will be 50 or 40 and the person's driving 20 and you're like, and then it's like a one or it's like a two-way. Well, obviously it's a two-way. Most likely it's a two-way, but like it's a one-lane two-way or two-lane two-way. Is that what the correct term is?
I think it's like a one-lane two-way, a two-way road.
Yeah, and people just drive so slow and then you can't do anything. Like you really can't. You just have to just drive behind them at their speed because they just chose to drive the slow life.
A lot of times I'll just like ride their ass. They know that they're going slow because I cannot help it. I want to go where I'm going and I do not want to wait. Well, I hate other drivers. I'm sorry I'm a shitty driver, but I'm not most of the time.
We're all shitty, but it takes videos like this to realize that you're a shitty driver.
At least we can admit to it.
Yeah. We all have committed these crimes at least once in our life, but as I said earlier, it's the people that just constantly doing it or constantly do it without realizing it or just are an asshole. Like
Realize you're a bad driver and fix your mistakes because you can't just keep living life being a bad driver. Because I will become a cop and I will take your license away from you for making a bad lane change. I will be that
person
cop.
didn't use turn signals.
I will be that cop.
Me too. I've always thought about like what happens if I became a cop. Like,
And I will
there'd
give
be
you a
five-
$300 fine to pay me personally.
None of it goes to the state or whatever.
To my paycheck.
Anywho, that is all the
Complaints and
Yes,
rants.
that is all the complaining that we have.
Be
Hope
a good
you
driver.
Enjoyed this video. If you
Be a
didn't,
good-
you probably commit one of these.
And you're an idiot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the rest of the terrible drivers.
yeah. Basically.
And
Peace.
I like when people do that.